What's up, everybody out there? It's me, Jerron, one half of the Review It Alls. We're doing a special show tonight. It's our coronavirus episode because we have a very serious pandemic out here, and we do need to take it seriously. I know everybody's cracking jokes and everything for levity, but we do need to take it seriously. So what we're going to do tonight is we're actually going to talk about the actual virus itself. We're going to talk about some preventative measures, talk about things to do if you get it, and then I'll just give my own personal opinion on it. I'm going to make it really quick. So to start out, this virus is known as the COVID-19 virus, originated back in December 2019, reported back in December 2019 in China. The origin of this actual virus is in animals, and sometimes it can actually be mutated and transmitted into the human body as well. It is said to cause symptoms such as fever, dry cough, shortness of breath, and in some extreme cases. I'm actually going to read some more things on that, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself right now. But let's see. I'm going to read you something. I'm just going to go ahead and just read something from Ohio ODH or DOH. Sorry, Department of Health, ODH. Now this is what they're saying. They put a three column chart up. Let me see if I can put this up to my to the camera and it'll stay in focus, and hopefully you guys can see this. I'll show it to you. Hang on one second. Okay, now alright, okay, so I know you guys couldn't read it, but it's just something that came out from the Ohio Department of Health, and it has a 3-column chart. It says the coronavirus, COVID-19, cold, and flu. So these are symptoms, and it tells if they're common in all three, or if one has a symptom and another doesn't. So for the coronavirus, basically what they're saying is the symptoms, sometimes it could be a sore throat. It's very common to have a cough. It's very common to have a fever. There is no sneezing involved. Sometimes you could have body aches and sometimes experience tiredness. There are no headaches involved. It says runny, stuffy nose is not on the list. So all the things that they've been saying about a runny nose, so on and so forth, you can take that off the list, because this is from a Department of Health and they're saying that's not part of it. When somebody would try to call me in the middle of doing my show, but whatever, you just ignore. Anyway, there's no nausea involved, but in severe cases, shortness of breath. Now those were all the symptoms I just read off for the COVID-19 coronavirus. For cold, sore throat, cough, sneezing, those are all common. A fever is not common. Mild body aches, mild tiredness, no headaches involved. It's common to have a runny or stuffy nose. Nausea nor shortness of breath are not associated with the common cold, or the coronavirus that causes the common cold. We're talking about the coronavirus COVID-19. Now, excuse me, as far as the flu is concerned, things that are common are sore throat, cough, fever, body aches, tiredness, headache, and then sometimes you have nausea, runny nose, stuffy nose, sneezing, just to name a few things. So let's be mindful when we're talking about the actual symptoms when it comes to this virus, because so many things have been thrown around here and there. Like, a lot of us had so many different information floating around. I mean, myself included, but I actually had to go back and do some more research to find out some things. Now, I work in mental health, and our patients are at a high risk for this actual disease. So the doctors and nurses gave us some actual other tips and advices as well. And one thing is, not my disclaimer now, I'm not saying this will kill the virus, but this actually helps reduce its reduce the time for it to be in your body, and it also reduces the risk of it being in your body. Warm temperatures do help control the virus. That's not saying everybody go run to Florida, go run to Mexico, all of that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is warmer temperatures impede it from actually spreading and mutating more. Coronavirus loves the cold. It's definitely a cold virus. That's why it's called a cold when you catch a cold. Just be mindful of that, though. Please be mindful of that. That's not to say go dip your body in a whole tub of hot water or anything of that nature. What I'm saying is try to stay in warmer environments. Like if you keep your heat on a certain temperature during the wintertime, even though it's in the spring and it's getting warmer, screw that. Bump that heat up a little bit. Keep it warm. Do what you can to prevent this virus. I know some people, like my partner, he does not like it too hot. So, I mean, you find a happy medium, do what you can, but that is something that can actually help prevent the virus as well. Excuse me. Now, if you do happen to contract this virus, there are some things that you can do self-care wise before even having to go to the ER. First, you would need to self-quarantine. Stay away from everyone else who is not infected, so that way you do not spread the virus. You need to use over-the-counter cold-specific medications, like sinus, flu medications, things of that nature. Don't take ibuprofen. Don't take, like, you know, pain relievers and things of that nature. I mean, if your body is aching, I understand that. But what you should do is like maybe Epsom salt baths or things of that nature. You kind of don't want to take ibuprofen. There's a report out right now stating that ibuprofen is not good when it comes to combating the coronavirus. And honestly, we all should stop and use a little bit of common sense when it comes to that, because if people have been hospitalized for this and they use ibuprofen a lot in the hospital, and obviously it wasn't helping. So don't believe that ibuprofen helps, because it actually doesn't. After taking the cold specific medicines, you need to constantly check your fever. Make sure you're taking a fever reducer. If your fever is not under control within 48 hours, then you need to actually go to the hospital. If you are experiencing shortness of breath, then you actually need to go to the hospital. I just lost some lighting, but that's okay. My light dropped, but it's still cool. I mean, we're good. Anyway, if you do experience any of those symptoms and if they get worse and they cannot be controlled within 24 to 48 hours, then and only then when you need to go to the actual ER and get tested. Now, a lot of people are running out and going to get tested just for the sake of getting tested so they know. But what you're failing to realize is when you're doing that, you're taking away from other people who actually need to be tested. And those other cases, because here in Lucas County we only have 2 cases, but that's only 2 cases reported that we know of. Just like the one state, West Virginia, who only had 1 case. Didn't have any cases. Now they have 1 case, but that's 1 reported case. You never know what type of socioeconomic boundaries people have to where they can't go and report this stuff. So we don't know. We actually don't know the real number. We know what the numbers they're spinning off of from the CDC and the news media and stuff like that, but we don't know the actual number of infestations and infections of this virus in people in the United States right now, because it's here and it's real. Now, we all need a little bit of levity, so I see the people cracking jokes and things of that nature, but let's not crack jokes to the point to where it's at someone else's expense, like with the actual checks that are supposed to be coming out and whatnot. I'm not going to get into that right now. That will be a part of our special election episode that'll be coming up soon, so make sure you tune in for that one. But this is all about the coronavirus and how we can prevent this. Make sure you are washing your hands constantly. I know people went and got hand sanitizer, but they've been saying the best way to kill the virus is to keep your hands washed. So let's make sure we're doing that, okay? I pray for peace and blessings over everyone right now. We need to come together. Let's not divide from one another. Let's come together and work together to fight this virus. We are stronger than this virus. What we need to do is band together, come together, and work together. I keep saying it because it's something that's actually needed. We need togetherness right now. So look out for your fellow man, your fellow senior citizen. Tell your favorite, not even your favorite, just tell your mailman, your grocery store worker, your delivery package worker, your healthcare worker, the people that you know in your family that are still out here working. Tell them thank you, because you do not know how hard it is for some of them to actually be out there and still have to deal with this, because they're literally putting their lives on the line in jobs where they didn't have that high of a risk. Now they're actually some of the most dangerous jobs in the world right now. So I'm Jerron, the one half of the Review It Alls. Thank you for tuning in for this special coronavirus episode. Y'all please stay safe, stay at home, don't go anywhere if you don't have to, and have faith. This is a test of faith and a test of humanity. Let's pass it and not fail. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share our videos. Make sure you hit the notification button so you can stay locked in on all of our new materials. If you'd like to showcase your business, talent, or platform, email us at reviewitalls2020@gmail.com. The link is in the description below, and you could possibly see yourself on one of our future episodes. We're only getting better with time, and we hope you will all come along for the journey. I'm Jerron Howie, one half of the Review It Alls, and we will see you next week.